I did not know that what I needed in my life was an octopus drummer. Hey, guess what? This is my theme song. Okay. This movie, it exists. This movie is ridiculous. It's just over the top ridiculous. Weaponized sharks with lasers riding into battle against weaponized seahorses. The whole Black Manta thing, just everything about Black Manta. I said to myself, Kyle? Because that's what I call myself. I call myself Kyle. Kyle, this movie has everything I never knew I couldn't live without. I had so much fun. You are going to have to lower your expectations a little bit though. Not that that'll be too hard. I totally signed off on the DC movies after Batman v Superman, so it's not going to be too hard. But if you just turn off your critical thinking brainalyzer and just go for the ride that the movie takes you on, you're going to enjoy it. I would even venture to call this movie a masterpiece. Now hold on, hear me out. The director of this movie knew exactly what he had, the task of taking Aquaman,
swift and powerful monarch of the oceans, with ability to summon and command all creatures of the deep,
and adapting it for a modern audience. There was no way he was going to be able to do this in a serious, gritty way like the DC movies have been so far. Aquaman has always been a very silly, cheesy character. Even just the very idea was silly. Just like the time my door was ajar. Hey door, I've got a bunch of spare change here. Since you're ajar, would you mind holding on to it for me? This door is ajar. Though there was a brief period where he was kind of a badass. I mean, his hand got eaten off by a piranha, so he had like a hook harpoon hand, and for a minute he was like a badass, and so they did kind of play in toward that that era of Aquaman, but still the idea of what Aquaman is has always been, even in the badass era, has always been a little cheesy. And this guy knew that, and he knew to steer into the skid.
Exactly. It's an old relationship move I call turning into the skid.
So rather than tiptoeing around the cheese, they put it front row center in the window on a platter with a neon sign shining right on it saying, "Look, here's the cheese." And man, this is some of the coolest cheese I have ever seen. The cinematography is just amazing and beautiful, and I'm a filmmaker myself, so I'm looking at some of these action sequences going, how did they do that? Yeah, I know a lot of it was CG, but it was really good looking CG, and a lot of it was still the actual people. Yeah, I know the underwater hair was all CG so they could control it to how they wanted it, but I mean, they experimented CGing hair with Henry Cavill's mustache, and that didn't work. Hey, I'm gonna enjoy it anyways, okay? Shut up. You gotta love Lamp. They do a lot of one-take shots in this, like with no cuts, and I can tell you, dude, those are tough. I'm working on a film right now myself. It's a Star Wars fan film called The Saber. Side note, subscribe to the mailing list at easilyamusedgroup.com to find out what's going on with that and stuff. But in my film, I have a 1.5-minute long one-take shot with no cuts, like what I was just saying. I call it a oneer.
Today's topic is the oneer, aka the long take. This is probably the most jerked off type of shot in filmmaking. But basically, all it means is doing an entire scene in a single unbroken shot.
And it took me and my crew 17 takes to get that shot. We dedicated one solid day to just only working on that scene. First, we sat and ran lines because we knew that it being a one-take thing with no cuts, that if somebody messed up on their line, we'd have to stop there and start over. Then once all the actors were comfortable with their lines, then we got up and did practice blocking until we were all comfortable with that, because one mess up and we have to stop and start all over. Then we finally started rolling, and it still took 17 takes to get it right. So what I'm saying here is, a lot of work goes into shots like that. And Aquaman does it like a lot, in a lot more complicated ways than my film does. And they pull it off really well. Now, yeah, a lot of it was enhanced or done with CG, and that's fairly obvious. But still, man. I'm sorry. And the transitions were amazing. And my filmmaker brain, again, was going crazy, because there were some very, very cool creative transitions. Like, having really good transitions helps set your film aside in an over-bloated market of people not doing transitions. And there's some really cool seamless transitions that fit right in the middle of the oneer that they have going on. Seamless. The plot is a little generic, a little predictable, but that's okay. The movie knows better than to ask too much of you. Like, it's already throwing a lot at you, so in the midst of all that, it's okay to have a pretty predictable plot. You have to be king. No, I have to be better than a king. What's better than a king? He's gonna say hero. He's gonna say hero. He's gonna say hero. A hero. Oh! I totally knew he was gonna say that, but you know what? That didn't cheapen him saying it. That's okay. It was also a little long, but that's okay. I didn't mind it being that long. It took you to so many places and did so many things that I was having fun.
Fun, enjoyment, amusement, or light-hearted pleasure. Sometimes it is okay to just let yourself have fun.
I was almost sad when it was over. For a minute there, I was starting to think that maybe they weren't planning on doing a sequel, which is why they put all of it into this one. The Black Manta part could have easily been a separate movie, but there's no way that just Black Manta by himself would have been anywhere near as epic as the big multi-kingdom war they had going on under the sea already. Like Ocean Master and his armies and all that fighting, and then just Black Manta by himself. Yeah, he's got the tech suit, but there's no way that's going to be as epic. So I was thinking, like, they're just not going to do a sequel to this. And then that mid-credit scene hit, and spoilers, but they're probably going to do a sequel. So I wonder how that's going to go. With that in mind, though, I did like how the Black Manta character came out. He came back halfway through the movie as Black Manta now, and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy's a thing. In a world filled with serious, dramatic, dark movies, it's nice to just sit back and have some fun. Today, we're going to talk about numbers. 5, 6, 7, but also significant numbers. Like, for example, this video marks the 10-year anniversary of my being on YouTube. January 3rd, 2009, I uploaded my very first YouTube video.
Sometimes I do this. And then I stop. This has been one of those times.
That aspect ratio, though. But that's why I've been inserting clips of older videos into my newer videos. This is my 551st video. Granted, not all of them are gems.
I have an annuity and I need cash now.
But I'm still proud of the fact that I've been doing this for so long. So my New Year's resolution is to make more videos. I used to do them once a week, and I'm going to try to get back into it. Now, I missed last week, but before that I was doing pretty good. I'm not gonna, I might miss a week here and there because real life still exists, but I'm gonna try. I'm going to make it more of a priority to get a new video out every week. And I think it's good to be realistic about these things. I'm not going to say definitely, but I'm going to try. Don't set unrealistic goals for yourself. Just set realistic ones that you think you might actually get to do. I could actually try to do. So you should subscribe to see if I do every week a new video said of thing of that. Yeah.
Hey, I owe you!
How do you feel about the new lighter direction the DC movies are taking? Let me know in the comments. And go to easilyamusedgroup.com and sign up for my mailing list to find out what's going on with my Star Wars fan film and then other future projects after that. And thank you for watching the Easily Amused Group, the show that can be cool, but will never be Jason Momoa riding a laser shark cool.